Hey, welcome back to another banger video. I hope you had a beautiful week. It has been election week and we saw how the markets were affected by the US elections. So just to go into a quick one with this video, I don't want to make it so long. We're going to do a recap of what played out, and I must tell you, my week was beautiful. The analysis was beautiful. If you guys saw it, if you guys executed, I know we mentioned we were reducing our risk, but again, we realized how the markets again affected some of our entries. It twisted up a lot of things. We took our first loss in a whole month. Yeah, and starting the month, that doesn't play out for the psychology well, for especially people who have just joined us. But I mean, that's trading. You feel me? So let's get into this. We're starting with the Australian dollar versus the pound. Let me just get my stylus here. So you can see this would have been tempting, but my reaction is to only get in after this retest. So this is as simple as not looking at it. Yeah, next pair. So you're going to see beautiful entries that happened again here. Nothing really played out. As you can see, the pairs are both not strongly affected by the United States dollar. So it's even surprising that these spikes. There's another spike that was crazy. Did not happen in such a great news event. Yeah, they did not happen. And I looked at this entry before, but I was like, that's not what my analysis called for. Good, because my analysis was calling for every pull back up to here for me to take that entry. So that's what I'm still looking at. But this was beautiful. I said, well, could take it, I couldn't. I let it at that. Next pair. Yeah, slow internet. You can see how the bars are. Yeah. So this, I took it. Okay, no, this is a different instrument, yeah? Very different instrument. So, like I mentioned, we've seen how the elections affected the whole analysis, but with this, again, my interest was a pullback, and or a push and then a retest, and none of the two played out. So I didn't take an entry here. Sorry, I confused it for a different pair, where I took a very beautiful setup. I think it gave me a 1 to 4. Look this. I think it's this. Let me just. So the charts are still loading up. Meanwhile, welcome back from the beautiful week. Yeah, the charts are still loading up because this has to be marked up. I do not know why it's delaying. Okay. Yes, this is it. And I kid you not, I woke up to this setup because I took this setup around here. It pulled back, and then I slept and I woke around this. I think I slept and it was in profit around here, and I woke up and rode it too. As you can see, the white line is me trailing my stops. So I just kept trailing because then I knew here we had really overstretched the move, and indeed we had overstretched the move. I do not know why my markups keep coming on and disappearing. Oh, yeah. So you can see it gave us a risk reward ratio of 1 to 5, and that is beautiful, yo. That's the beauty of swinging 1 to 5. Can you imagine? Yo, the internet is slow. This is getting to me. I'm going to look into the service provider because what? Could it be a PC? Nah. See? Okay. Same thing. Our anticipation was this pullback, and it happened to our zone. And once it started to fall, I decided to actually, because I remember my risk reward ratio was slightly less than that to what happened. It was around the first push, heavy push. Then my anticipation was to see how it would push through this zone, and it did beautifully. Like, it pushed with a lot of momentum. So I took it and I've been holding it to that. I think I moved my stops around this level. This level, because the wicks are closing. The wick is closing, and usually for such pairs, it usually opens with a gap upwards, because it has filled all that, so it may end up gapping upwards. Yes, same thing as well. We took this trade, pullback happened, an impulse. Now this was during the election results starting to flow out. Again, some of these were scary to take, but if you have taken your analysis and you trust it, then why not? If it's playing out, why not? The news will just give us more momentum. I continued trailing my stops. After this first spike, I trailed my stop, and then it came back and took me out. So the risk to reward ratio is basically, I think, 1 to 1. Let me see. Yeah, 1.3. So I should just move it to that. So yeah. That was beautiful. Next. Same, this was a trade we were continuing to hold throughout the week. I don't think we can count this, but yeah, it was a trade we were continuing to hold, and it came back before even the elections. It was a lot of choppiness, but it took me out again to about a 1 to 1. Yeah, so 1.27. You can call it 1.3. Just yeah, of course, with swaps and commissions, for those wondering. Yes, this, it was a lot of fake outs for the people who are trying to. Maybe if you were a range trader, you'd love this, but breaks out, comes back, you take a trade, boop, breaks out, comes back, you say it's retesting the guys of fair value, whatever. But I don't look into that now. So, next trade. Yeah, you have to be patient as the screens load out. So again, this was another trade. I'm looking for this is one where I got out at break even, by the way. I got out around here because I realized, first of all, this market takes too long to push, and then it was just ranging. So it kept pushing, coming back, went into negatives, and then it came to profit. I said, you know what? I'm taking it at break even, and I took it at that. And then this, I must agree, I took the loss. Yeah. What happened was it pushed in, and I placed a sell stop order which was triggered, and then it started to pull out. Then when the election results started flowing, it just, because I didn't even anticipate it would move from here to here in like such a short time, but trust me, it took like just an hour, and it pushed there and then just continued swinging back and forth and continued. It wasn't a nice look. Yeah, it wasn't a nice look, especially where I thought, okay, because it's below a major resistance level, it would drop, but it didn't. Yeah. Then the setup you see here is something I'm looking into taking, where I'm anticipating if it gives us a big push, I'll take it and see how it reacts to this level. If it reacts well and I see through it, then I keep reducing my risk. If it doesn't, again I reduce my risk and probably take a break even, because we are at the close of the week. At the close of the week, there's new opportunities, new weeks coming through. Finally, same here, we did not take this trade because no reaction to the marked out levels. So that has been for this week. Let me just calculate in total. We go to the Word document and see our overall results. Nice weekend. Miracle Capital. So like I was saying, this week's recap in detail, sorry, 3rd November here, better correct that. So, they're saying Trades we've taken out of, it's 4 out of 11, which is really actually 9 because 2 are already trades we had held from the previous week. Our R multiple is 6.18, where we took a loss and 3 wins. The trades we took, or the instruments we traded, was the Euro card, the Euro New Zealand dollar, the British pound, Canadian dollar, and the US dollar versus the Swiss francs. And yeah, no trades move to next week. Thank you for tuning in. Until the week's recap, yeah, I'll be posting that very soon once the markets close. Today is the 8th of November, so it's a Friday. You can see it's already 11, or it's noon. Yeah, it's midday. So yeah, have a lovely weekend. Be blessed. Signing out.